Hello, good people of YouTube. Today, I am bringing you a replay from BastianAcheon? 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 I don't know. We're just going to call him Bastian for the rest of this video. So he is here in the Tier 10 German battleship Grosser Kurfurst, one of my favorite ships in the game. This ship is constantly going back and forth between being my favorite with the Massachusetts, the Tier 8 American premium ship. But yes, I love this ship. So, Bastion has a bit of an interesting setup. It's a bit of an older Grosser Kurfurst captain setup. It's back when you would give up Superintendent to get the four 4-point skill, the four 4-point skills, the three 4-point skills that really would push the GK to be a monster. So he has manual fire for secondaries, he has AFT, and he has IFHE, which you don't need anymore, so he hasn't updated his Kurfürst commander yet. And interesting enough, instead of putting those skills in something in survivability, he has priority target and incoming fire alert on GK. Again, an interesting choice, but I can see how those two skills would be pretty useful. Although incoming fire, I think it only gives you like a 2 to 3 second warning on the shells coming in. Oh, well, didn't do anything there. Although I do think you have to be spotted in order for it to work. And I guess that was a lucky shot, or was he spotted temporarily? I don't know. So anyway, he's here on the Two Brothers map, and this replay, there's a period in time where he gets into a bit of a pinch, actually a bit of a bad pinch, and that's what I really wanted to show to you guys today. So anyway, Two Brothers, my favorite map in the game, because it has that glorious channel that goes up from the C cap to the B cap, and there's such a possibility for memes in that channel. So Graf Zeppelin comes after the GK. But Bastion starts the game off right by double citadeling the Conqueror. Oh boy, I remember the days when that wasn't possible. Graf Zeppelin drops his torpedoes too close to Bastion, and now, well, two of them didn't disarm. That's a big mistake that newer carrier players make when dropping on the front of a ship. They kind of forget to calculate the speed of the ship in their drop, so they drop their torpedoes too close. And with Graf Zeppelin, it's a really easy thing to do because Graf Zeppelin's torpedoes are so slow. You have to get so used to dropping your torpedoes at the last second in order to ensure that they hit. Although it seems with the new German carriers that won't be much of a problem because their torpedoes will be fast but not do as much damage as the Graf Zeppelins. Now, priority target, that's a skill that I do understand why people take it on. Yeah, there we go. There's the incoming fire alert. Why people do take it on battleships. It does tell you how many people are aiming at you, but I don't, because I just assume everyone and their mother's aiming at me because I'm in a German battleship or any battleship, period. But, again, I do see why people take it. Makes perfect sense. So Conqueror apparently didn't learn his lesson, still selling broadside. There's a salvo of torpedoes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe those are Holland torpedoes. No, that's actually going a little slow for Holland torpedoes. Although the Holland is the only DD spotted over here. But there are 3 DDs in the game. You see the Hurricane goes out east by the D cap. The Cossack is by the closer to the D cap. So yeah, those had to be Holland torpedoes. They didn't look as fast as Holland torpedoes though. I guess maybe they don't look as fast sometimes, even though they're going like 90-something knots. Alright, so he's got secondaries out on the Conqueror. He does have, of course, manual fire for secondaries, BFT, and AFT. So his secondaries are, of course, at their peak. And he does have IFHE, which unfortunately, after the last buff the German secondaries got, is really pointless. And with IFHE, he has cut his chance of starting fires on his secondaries in half. Now, he did start one on the Conqueror, but, you know, he just got really lucky there. Because now they probably only have like 1 or 2% chance of starting a fire or something like that. Or I think the 150s have like a 10% chance, and now he has a 5% chance. But yeah, his chances of starting a fire are down, which isn't the biggest deal on German sectors because they do most of their damage through pins. But still, starting fires is always nice. It's more damage. So Turbot is absolutely just bum rushing into the A-cap, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemy ships. These are definitely a YOLO. And if you notice down the middle, the Odin and the Talon have pushed into the C-cap, and the only ships there to really contest them are the Holland and the Kid. So it's not looking too good right now. Bastien gets a 5k salvo off on the turret pits, and his secondaries finish him off. And then there's a Conqueror broadside away from 11.6 kilometers. Now, with the camera movements, I believe Bastien also uses the scroll wheel sometimes to zoom in on. That's the way he plays. I can't do anything about that, but that's the way he plays. And there's the Turpit's torpedoes, of course. And the Odin and the Talon, they're in the C-cap, but the Holland and the Kid and the Implacable are keeping them at bay. Interesting. Alright, so the Conqueror broadside out 13 kilometers away. Look at that beautiful broadside. Yeah, old Conqueror wouldn't care about showing that much broadside, but new Conqueror cares very much about showing that much broadside. And the Holland gets the Talon with torpedoes. That leaves just the Odin there. Now, the Odin's perfectly capable of dealing with the Kid and the Holland, especially with his 305s with a 23-second reload and HE. Up, there's more torpedoes. That's from the Holland. Yeah, see, those look faster. Maybe it's just me. The first set that went by, they didn't look that fast. So it looks like the Implacable is getting some very close torpedoes in on the Odin. I doubt that they have time to arm. So now the friendly FDG is still sailing up north, but if you notice, the team at A have kind of abandoned their push to go and stop the Odin from capping. And this leaves just the FDG and Bastien up here by themselves. And the Conqueror just burned down the FDG. So now it's just Bastien up here with a Conqueror and a Holland for sure. And there's one other ship up here too that's also kind of shadowing Bastien. Now, since Bastien does have priority target, that does give him an advantage over the destroyers. He's going to know when they drop their torpedoes. Because, like right now, like you see the 1 sign, that means the ship is targeting him. And right now it could be the Conqueror, but see, there we go. Now he's got 3 targeting him, so he knows there's 3 ships around him. And you'll see that number go down, like just there. That means the destroyer's dropping torpedoes, and then, if he's going to eat 1, 2, 3 of those. So now he knows that there's a destroyer that's dropping torpedoes on him. Or that's how you use the skill to know that someone's dropping torpedoes on you. Because when you go from the guns to the torpedoes, you briefly lose target lock and then you reacquire it. So that's how you know you got torpedoes coming your way if you don't have hydro. It's kind of like a poor man's hydroacoustic search, if you want to view it like that. So Conqueror's almost dead. It's down to 7,000 health. Still throwing HE. Starts to fire on Bastien. And then the Cossack decides to open up. Now, anytime a destroyer is especially that close to you and opens up on you, that means that you are more than likely going to avoid their torpedoes. So, that was my Discord, not yours. So, they will fire in order to get you to turn and get all of your guns on them to try and get you to sail into their torpedoes. Or in this situation, it could have been a ploy to get Bastien to turn in toward the Cossack to where the Holland's torpedoes would hit Bastien. Now, since they were pan-European torpedoes, they didn't do too much damage. If that was pretty much any other destroyer, Bastien would be barely clinging on to life now, but he still has almost 30,000 health. And then, when he's got a Cossack 4 kilometers away from him, the server lags. Yeah, this has been happening to me a lot. But fortunately, apparently, the Conqueror blew up. I guess one of his shells managed to connect. And the Cossack did not launch torpedoes. Oh no, he did. Look at that. He got one. Yep, looks like he single dropped a lot of them. So now Bastien has secondaries on the Cossack, and they are slowly chewing away at the Cossack till they decide that they're bored of that and just detonate them. Now that leaves Bastien and the Holland here. And he's trying to avoid that last Cossack torpedo. Yeah, but I've been noticing those lag spikes quite often recently in game, and I'm assuming it's just because there's so many people on right now. But I believe this is from the European server. So there's Holland's torpedoes again. Now, fortunately, he does have hydroacoustic search on. And that was the pickle that he was in, being surrounded by 2 destroyers in the by far one of the worst battleships to eat torpedoes in. Despite what the description of the Grosser Kurfurst says in port, it does not have powerful torpedo protection. It has, I believe, the worst torpedo protection at tier 10. There are cruisers with better torpedo protection than the Grosser Kurfurst at tier 10. And that's not even a joke. There legitimately are cruisers with better torpedo protection. So, yeah. There are cruisers with torpedo protection at tier 9 now. The Siegfried, for example, has, I believe, like 37% torpedo damage reduction, and the Grosser Kurfurst, I believe, has like 22%. So it's basically nothing almost. Alright, so this is a point at which Bastien makes a pretty good call. He's decided he's going to go and try to join back up with his team. That will force the Holland to either chase after Bastien, and then eventually Bastien would have team support to help deal with him, or the Holland has to make a choice between chasing Bastien and maybe capping the A-cap for his team. Because right now the teams are fairly even. There goes the Megami. The only thing, and there goes the FDG. The only thing that was separating them was the caps, and now the Holland made a smart choice to go and try and cap the A-cap. And with the enemy team doing their best death ball impression, that'd be the best thing for the Holland to do. Oh, there's the Nevesky, the new tier 10 Soviet light cruiser. I heard that thing is absolutely broken. I haven't played it yet though. Kind of used all my free XP to get the Friesland and the not the Friesland, the Siegfried and the gear. Broadside Neptune, one of the best cruisers to shoot at in a battleship. And then here comes the Graf Zeppelin, Bastien's old friend. Now, the Graf Zeppelin dive bombers are quite spooky. They can Citadel the Grosser Kurfurst and do 14,000 damage in one strike if they hit the Citadel. But he overshoots it, like, a lot. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he dropped too late. The thing with the Graf Zeppelin 2 is that when you go to drop in the AP dive bombers, you actually have to overshoot the ship a little bit and then drop early in order to get a good angle on the dive bombers, because normally the way the Graf Zeppelin dive bombers work, they pull up at the last second, which means you drop the bombs at an angle, which then causes them to bounce off the deck armor. So maybe he was trying to do that and he forgot to drop. Ooh, and the Vesky just burned down the Holland. Maybe he was trying to do that and he goofed up. Neptune gets away with just one pin to its stern. And now the Holland has gone down south and is now chasing after the Implacable. And the Holland's pretty much the best DD you can send after a carrier in a tier 10 game, because it has a screw off planes button. And I believe you just use it there on the Implacable's carpet bombers. And here comes the Graf Zeppelin's rocket planes now. And these rocket planes they're actually pretty good. They have pretty good pins for rocket planes. And of course, they can start fires. So, Bastien has been abused by planes this entire match. He spotted 72 torpedoes this match. He shut down 29 planes. I think he's only 5 or 6 kills away from a Clear Skies achievement. He's tanked 1.4 million potential damage, done 33,000 damage to planes. He's had a bit of a rough go at it so far. And now there's the Graf Zeppelin. Now the thing is, if this Graf Zeppelin is a memer like myself, he should have a secondary build on his Graf Zeppelin. And given the current state of Bastien's Grosser Kurfurst, there's a pretty good chance that he could kill Bastien with... Oh, that's a Citadel right there. He only got one Citadel, though. That was 7,000 damage. There's a pretty good chance that he could kill Bastien with the secondaries on the Graf Zeppelin. They are some absolutely insane secondaries with some insane accuracy and very good chances of starting fire. He could definitely kill the Z-52 with just... charging toward him, but no, he's going to run away, and that is game. So, Bastien got himself in a bit of a pickle there, but managed to survive and be a pretty good torpedo magnet that didn't eat too many torpedoes. He did eat one salvo there, but thankfully did get away with that because those were pan-European torpedoes. So guys, just want to show you that replay. And I am going to be, I'm not sure when this one's going to come out, but you will be seeing quite a few replays this week because I am on vacation and I had to make 14 videos in 4 days. So there's going to be quite a few replays on the channel this week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a nice day, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.